الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل إنما أنا بشر مثلكم يوحى إلي أنما إلهكم إله واحد فمن كان يرجو لقاء ربه فليعمل عملا صالحا ولا يشرك بعبادة ربه أحدا. سورة مريم عليها السلام مكية وهي 99 آية. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. كاب عين صاد. ذكر رحمة ربك عبده زكريا.
We welcome the National Chairman of the Jamaat welcome with Sheikh and his entourage. Muna marhaban da shugaban ƙungiyar Ibrahim da welcome with Just Sheikh Muhammad Sani Hajjir tare da tawagarsa fata isowa. The Catholic Bishop na Bauchi and Gombe. Bishop Hillary Veteran da jama'a shi masu iso. Wannan yaro. Yalla wadda suke nan, Allah jami'an tsaro da Allah duk wadda suke nan da Allah suke kan nan, ana so a ga filin nan da ɗaya su tashi a wajen su koma gefe. Muna zuwa. Da fatan an zo wanda aka zo Bauchi lafiya, to Allah Ubangiji ya sa a koma gida lafiya. Kuma wadda yake isowa yanzu, mai girma gwamnan jihar Bauchi shi ne yake shigowa yanzu. Kuma na gaya muku kamar yadda kullum muke fada idan gwamnan nan duka ya gaisa da jama'a kamin ya dawo ya zauna. To jama'a ga mai girma gwamna ya shigo yana sanye da farin kayansa da bakin hulansa ga gwamna na zai sauka. Kuma in ya sauka kan ya zauna sai ya gaida dukkan masu ruwa da tsaki da suke wannan waje. Muna maraba da mai girma gwamna. Gwamna tun farin safiya al'umma suka taru suna murna suna farin ciki suka ce Adamawa da jihar Yobe da jihar Jigawa wannan tsari da aka yi al'umma za su iya zuwa a tashi a aikin haji a nan da mutane suka ce suna murna ko a yanzu aka tsaya suka ce dan wani ya ci kudinsa wanda ya cika mutanen Bauchi a alƙawarin su to ga gwamnati kamar yadda faɗa mai yadda jami'an gwamnati iyayenmu na ƙasa ya gama ya zo layin kwamishinoni shugabannin ƙananan hukumomi shugabannin jam'iyya da kuma sauran members duka na gwamnati wanda ya musu jingina kuma
shine Muhammad Sheikh Sani Yahaya Jingir, shugaban Jihus na reshen jihar Jos. Kuma idan wayanda suka rako shi Sheikh Nasir Abdullahi Abdulmuhi, Sheikh Hassan Dikko, Sheikh Ibrahim Dugure Abuja, Sheikh Hafiz Bala Yusuf, Hafiz Aminu Yusuf, Hafiz Yahuza Bauchi, Sheikh Shaibu Sambo, Alhaji Abubakar Director of First Aid wanda su ne suke entourage na Sheikh Muhammad Sani Yahaya Jingir zai bada sako na musamman. Allah shiga wata malam bismillah. Shugaba na ƙasa baki daya. Allah shiga wata malam bismillah.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وآله alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum ya jama'atal muslimi. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, peace and blessing of Allah be upon his apostle, the seal of the prophets, Muhammad, the son of Abdullah, his family and his companion. Siran Allah da amincin Allah su ƙara tabbata ga cikamakin annabawa, shugaban manzanni, annabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, shi da alayensa da sahabbansa da masu koyi da su da kyakkyawan aiki bi da bi har zuwa ranar tashi alkiyama. Allah ya sa da mu a cikinsu. To gaskiya wannan rana ta farin ciki da godiya ga Allah wanda ya jibinta mana alheran da sun fi gaban a ƙidaya. Cikin alheran Ubangiji ya ba mu wato wannan gwamna mai albarka na jihar Bauchi, gwamna Senato Bala Abdulkadir Muhammad. Allah ya ƙara maka albarka da taimako. Kuma sanadin tsayuwarsa da aiki na fi sabilillahi, ina farantawa jama'a rai da cewa wannan ƙasa tamu mai albarka Najeriya, wadda Allah ya albarkace mu da yawan jama'a da ilimi da addinin musulunci, to shugabanta da yake jagorantar ƙasar daidai yanzu, General Muhammad Buhari, irin mutanen da yake so, komai bambancin launin fata ko yare ko addini, yana son masu gaskiya, yana son masu riƙon amana, yana son masu yin aiki da kuɗin da aka sako a ƙasa Najeriya da rayar da Najeriya. Da haka shi gwamnan jihar Bauchi yana daga cikin waɗanda shugaban ƙasar yake son irinsu a iyakacin tawa fahimta. Kuma Allah ya ba mu uba mai albarka, wato wanda yake ya fito daga babban asali, wato shi ne mai alfarma sarkin musulmi Alhaji Sa'ad Abubakar, babba ɗan babba, mai kyan hali, mai sauƙin hali, mai runguma al'ummar ƙasa don daga addinin Ubangiji Allah maɗaukakin sarki ta hali na ilimi da basira da laluma. Ya mai alfarma, da kai da sarkin yaƙin majalisar sarkin musulmi mai martaba sarkin Bauchi Alhaji Ridwan Suleiman, da sauran sarakuna manya-manya da Allah ya wa wannan jiha ado da ita, wanda ga kunan duk gaba ɗaya a haɗe. Allah ya tsare muku mulkinku, ya rayar da gidajenku, ya ciyar da jihar Bauchi a gaba ta fagen alheri. To ni jawabin da zan yi a wannan minti biyu da 'yan kai ba wai mai tsayi ba ne. Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallama shi Allah ya aiko zuwa ga duniya gaba daya da addinin musulunci, addinin Allah wanda ya yi wa duniya gaba daya wa'azi na gaskiya na kadaita Allah da ibada. La ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, babu abin bautawa da gaskiya cikin sammai da kasai da abin da yake tsakaninsu illallah sai Allah shi kadai. Allah shine mahalicin kowa, shine mahalicin komai, shine abin bautawar mu da gaskiya. Mu rike wannan a zuciyoyinmu da bakunanmu da ayyukanmu. To idan ko mutum zai bautawa Allah da addinin Allah, to za mu kasance dukanmu masu gaskiya, masu riƙon amana, masu cika alkawari, masu tausayin na baya, masu ganin girman na gaba. To taron nan ya baiwa duniya saƙo, don ga mu al'ummar musulmi, a musulman ma ƙungiyoyi daban-daban, kowa ya zo ya ba da bayani da gudunmawa da yabawa ga mai girma gwamna na jihar Bauchi da mai alfarma sarkin musulmi da iyayen ƙasa duka. Kuma ranka ya daɗe, har ila yau ya mai alfarma da sauran masu martaba, kun san halinmu na masu wa'azi. Wallahi ba wai muna yaba muku don ganin idanku ba ne, don shi mai wa'azin ya tashi wa'azi, mu Allah muke kallo, shine da duniya shine da lahira. Yadda muka ji daɗi kuma ku ji daɗi, tunda har kuka yi abin da Allah ya sa a gabanku aka yaba muku. Allah ya sa girma da daraja ya ɗore har gidan aljanna, bisa ga imani da la ilaha illallah Muhammadun Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Da na ce haɗuwar tamu ta nuna, yanzu ga bishop na catholic ya zo ya tsaya a nan, ya faɗi manya-manyan bayanai, ya ce wallahi ya zo nan gurin gabansa gadi, saboda ya san kaman iyali ne na gida ɗaya wanda mutum zai shigo baya ɗarɗar. Wannan sako ya nuna zaman lafiya a jihar Bauchi ko ya nuna ƙiƙi juna? To da mu masu wa'azi na musulunci da ku masu yi na kiristanci, a cikin alkur'ani Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala ya nuna duk ran da kaga mutane sun lalace, suna zage-zage, suna yaƙe-yaƙe, to aikin masu wa'azi ne ya yi rauni. Allah ya ce laula yanhahumur rabbaniyuna wal ahbar bima stuhfizu har zuwa ƙarshen aya. Allah ce yaya Yahudawa da Nasarawa suka bar mabiyansu suna ƙarya, suna cin dukiyar jama'a da barna, suna razana mutane, masifa na bin baya. Me yasa manya-manyan malaman Yahudu da na Nasarawa me yasa ba su hana su ba? Ai an ba su cewa su kiyaye littafin attaura. A attaura an karata ta gaskiya, ba za ka ga inda za a ce wani ya je ya hwada wani da duka ya kashe shi haka siddan, ba wannan gurin a attaura. A injila ta annabi Isa wacce ba jagwalgwalo a ciki, ba inda za ka je ka tarar da Allah ya ce a ci dukiyar mutane da barna, ko ya ce namiji ya auri namiji, ko ya ce mace ta auri mace. Ba wannan a cikin attaura, babu a injila. To idan mutane suka lalace na wayancan al'umma, sai Allah ya ce me yasa malaman su ba su gyara su ba? To ya jama'a, daga ƙarshe Najeriya ƙasa ce mai albarka, ƙasa ce mai al'ummomi da yawa, ƙasa ce mai dukiya, sannan wasu a cikinmu su ne shugabanni, wasu maluma, wasu attajirai, waɗansu maza, waɗansu mata, kowa kuma Allah ya ba mu iko mu zo mu haɗa hannu mu gina ƙasar da gaskiya da riƙon amana da ilimi da cika alkawari. Mai girma gwamnan jihar Bauchi, aikin da kai na kafa masallaci, to ka kawo wa duniya gudunmawa. Wa majtama'a qaumun fi baitin min biyutillahi yatluna kitaballahi wa yatadarasunahu bainahum illa nazalat alaihimus sakina wa haffat alaihimul mala'ika wa zakarahumullahu fi man inda. wanda Allah ya ce ba yadda za a yi a samu waɗansu mutane sun taru a masallaci ɗakin Allah suna karanta littafin Allah suna koyar da shi tsakaninsu da juna sai nutsuwa ta sauka musu. jama'a wannan guri na masallaci ba gunda ya kai shi daraja a doron ƙasa. Allah ka buɗe mana haramaini, Allah ka ƙara buɗe mana masallatanmu, Allah ka buɗe mana mayawatar mu ta neman halaliya, Allah ka ƙara wa sarakunanmu daraja, Allah ka ƙara nuna 'yancinmu a duniya gaba ɗaya. Duk wanda ya yi mana takunkumi to Allah ka ɗaukan mana fansa a kansa. Bayan wannan mutum da ba zai iya abu ba, yanzu mai girma gwamna ya gina masallaci, to duk mu haɗu mu zama mun ba da gudunmawa wajen tsabtace masallaci da inganta shi da gyara makarantun. Ku kwamishinoni 'yan majalisun jiha da na ƙasa, wanda ba zai iya aiki shi kaɗai ba, ko nawa ya ɗebo ya bayar yana da buƙatar masu taimakonsa. Gashi an ce har cikin gidansa ma an samu uwar gidansa tana goya marayu. To mai gida mai girma gwamna, dama Allah zai tambayi kowane mai gida ranar tashi alƙiyama game da gidansa. To gashi mun samu labari iyalinka na goya marayu, Allah ya ƙara mata albarka. Kuma yanzu ana gyare-gyaren kundin tsarin mulki na Najeriya. Najeriya kuma tana tafiya ne a wani irin tsari da turawan mulkin mallaka suka kawo mana na demokradiyya, inda al'umma masu yawa in suka yi ƙuri'a da kyakkyawar manufa to Allah zai gyara ƙasa. Yanzu shi gwamna da muke yabansa ya hau kujerar ba ƙuri'a ko da ƙuri'a. To da an yi zaben tumin dare ko an ƙi zaben, da ina wannan aikin nasa. To ni balin yi wata addu'a, don ni ba ruwana da siyasa APC PDP YYD, ni ba ɗan ɗaya ba ne a ciki. Ni addinin musulunci shine a gabana, ina ta dubawa ne, ina gani ina mai kyau. Na samu mai kyau a APC, alhamdulillahi. Na samu a DSS, alhamdulillahi. In na samu a PDP, alhamdulillahi. To ni dai a nawa ra'ayin wannan bawan Allah, jama'a, Allah ya sa ya ƙara shekara 4 bayan wannan. Yawa ni ra'ayina ne, ko ban da dama an bayyana ra'ayi. Yawa kuna zaman gidanmu ɗaya aka haife mu? To amma tun da ya masallaci aini ya biya ni. Sannan mu tashi tsaye mu yi ƙuri'a. Duk mai cin amanan Najeriya in ya shigo zaɓe kar mu zaɓe shi. Yanzu abin da yake faruwa a can haka, don Allah yana mana daɗi. A ce mutum ɗan Najeriya ba dama ya je Enugu ya baje koli, ko da ɗan uwansa ya baje a Sokoto, shi ba zai ji kunya ba. Zai kashe ɗan Sokoto a garinsu, zai kashe Bakano a garinsu, sannan ga satar 'ya'ya. Ya mai alfarma sarkin musulmi, Allah ya ƙara maka martaba. Yadda na sanka da tsayuwa, sarakuna na tare da kai, muna tare da kai, ka mana hudubobi mu rikide gaba ɗaya a Najeriya mu zama security, domin su a kwanko suna sace mana 'ya'ya, suna yankawa, suna ci, suna sayar da wa'yansu. Haka ya dace? To kar mu zaɓi irinsu. Inda muna son 'ya'yan su rayu, mu ma mu rayu. Wanda yake so kuma a sace ɗansa a yanka, to shi ya jiyo. Bayan wannan maganar to gashi
Allahu akbar. Agara magalla mun gode matuƙa da wannan jawabi ta fatan alheri kuma muna masu imani kan cewa waɗannan abubuwa sun shiga zukatanmu. Muna ƙara jinjina wa shi executive secretary na state muslim pilgrims welfare board abubakar babangida tabida bisa kan garan bawul wa ita wannan hukuma yadda abubuwa suke ta tafiya yadda ya kamata. To malam ya riga ya buga tambari kan mai girma gwamna, bayan hudu malam ya ce ya ƙara hudu, kuma ba wai shi kawai ba, kusan dukkanin malamai da fastoci da rabaran a duk dama da idan suka samu suka zo suna bayani bisa kan ayyukan da mai girma gwamna ke yi, to sukan ɗauki tambarinsu su buga kan cewa mai girma gwamna in ka yi hudu ka kuma ƙara hudu. Mu kuma muka ce bayan ya yi hudun ya ƙara hudun ya zama 8 sai ya tafi Abuja, can kuma ya je ya yi hudu sau 2. Your Excellency, with your permission at this point in time, may we now use this single honor and privilege to invite the Right Honorable Speaker, Bauchi State House of Assembly, Honorable Abubakar Y. Suleiman Dangaladiman Lingi, to come forward for a goodwill message. Can we please put our hands together to the gabatar da jawabinsa, sa'annan daga bisani kuma mu zo mu gayyaci mai alfarma sarkin musulmi.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على نبي الكريم. In the name of God, the beneficent, the merciful. Your Eminence, the Sultan of Sokoto, our father and the Sarki Muslimi, Alhaji Saad Abubakar, Your Excellency, the First Lady, my dear wife, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Bauchi State and his dear wife, my boss, the Right Honorable Speaker of the Bauchi State House of Assembly, and other members of the Bauchi State House of Assembly, my lords, the Chief Judge and the Grand Qadi, the Chairman of NACO, ably represented by Wazir Hardawa and other members of NACON delegation, Your Royal Highnesses, the Emirs of Bauchi, Katagum, Misau, Ningi, Jamahari and Das, members of our ulamas, especially the leader of Jibwebs and other distinguished ulamas, members of the State Executive Council, distinguished invitees, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. We give praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this day and this moment. And we continue to crave for His blessing and His protection. We dedicate this very big edifice to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has given us the way and the means to execute it with modesty and humility. I want to express our deepest appreciation to His Eminence Alhaji Muhammad Saad Abubakar, the Sultan of Sokoto, the leader of the Islamic Ummah, for finding time to come here, and to also say on behalf of the people and government of Bauchi that we recognize his vantage position and what he has been doing to Nigeria and to the Muslim Ummah, and indeed to corporate Nigeria, in terms of fostering peace and amicable living condition between all parties. And that is why we are naming this big edifice in his name. It is also in recognition of the fact that our emirs are very loyal to him. And it is only in Bauchi that Allah has blessed us with 4 emirs for his dawla and 6 emirs that are well recognized in Nigeria. We give praise to Allah for this and for their contribution to our growth and development. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are very grateful that Allah has given us the means to do this, because since we came on board, we looked at the infrastructural facilities of Bauchi and other services in education and in health. And as our elder brother, our father and our leader, Alhaji Lawal, has said, we knew that Bauchi people are very religious people. And what they need is for them to be provided some facilities, some amenities and allowances to be able to discharge this number 5th pillar of Islam, which is the performance of Hajj. And we looked around, looking at our pedigree in Abuja and other places where we started the journey to leadership. And we knew that what our people wanted is for us to contribute to making it easy for them to go for Hajj. This is the only way we can show that we are grateful to them for bringing us to this set. So when I inspected the temporary camp inside the town, I discovered that it was completely out of place. There was no hospital, clinic, no sporting complex facilities, nothing to show that it is a Hajj camp. We decided to initiate this with the State Assembly, and after due consultation with the National Hajj Commission, we came up with this edifice that has, besides all that you have seen, the physical infrastructure, shops, mosques, food canteen, and other things to make sure that at least the traveling pilgrims are provided with the basic amenities they require. I want to say that even the one in town, the temporary camp in town, we had always used it collectively with our Christian brothers. So this is not a different facility. This facility will also accommodate the time when our Christian brothers are traveling to Israel, so that they will be facilitated and be able to enjoy all the facilities here. And that is why we have the multipurpose hall that they can use for their religious observance. We are doing this, as Bishop Hillary has said, because Nigeria is for all of us. And the resources we brought here is for the government and the people of Nigeria. And we know our Sultan is somebody that fosters interreligious harmony. And that is why we named this place after him, because it's a symbol of this unity and this harmony. This facility is built at the cost of only 658 million naira. And it contains all these facilities in addition to the landscaping that was done by one of the best engineering companies. As I said, we have so many facilities: administrative block, camp clinic, screening hall, multipurpose hall, a mosque, an ablution area, lock-up shops, food canteen, male and female hostels, kitchen and public conveniences, all in one. We are very happy with the comments of the National Hajj Commission, and we are going to take it very seriously so that we can collaborate with the Commission with a view to making sure that this place is not made redundant. It can be used throughout the year by way of making sure we find other uses for it. It has the biggest hall in Bauchi or in the Northeast, where over 1,500 people can stay and do their activities. So we are also going to put this place into commercial use so that it can be self-sustaining. But I'm very glad to hear what Wazir Hardawa has said, with a view to making sure we collaborate and bring this to maximal use in terms of making sure that it is not a big drag on the government. I want to seize this opportunity once again to thank His Eminence for being here and to say that his presence here means a lot to us. And of course, with our emirs, I can see them in their resplendence, looking very happy that their father and the father of the Dawla Osmania is here. And of course, all our religious leaders who came here and spoke, I am really very, very grateful to them. I am not going to be arrogant and proud. I am going to make sure I take that as a tone or a tonnage to make sure we do things with humility and with collaboration. As I said, I want to seize the opportunity to thank our ulamas and our stakeholders, our religious leaders, our traditional rulers, who have always been there for us. Even when we gave hard and very difficult directives, they take it in good faith, especially during COVID, that we had hard to give directives that some religious observance should be discountenanced because of health and life issues. We thank you most sincerely for this sense of gratitude and then respect to governance and government. We will continue to make sure we give you the respect. We look at what we want. We will try to do it within our scarce resources so that at the end of the day, we will be able to live up to our expectations. We know we have a lot of challenges on security. Of course, that is why this place is very secure. Gone are the days when we will leave our pilgrims to the mercy and the bad grace of even where they are starting the journey. And I want to seize the opportunity also to tell the world that Bauchi is looking inward to make sure that the journey of a pilgrim from Bauchi to Saudi Arabia and back will be done with such respect and honor and dignity that will make sure we'll give them befitting accommodation. And if we are giving permission, as I even invited the Saudi Arabian ambassador to say we want to have a land in Saudi Arabia to build accommodation for the pilgrims of Bauchi there. There is nothing stopping us from doing that. And if possible, even in Israel, because it's just a little resources we will use out of the large resources that Nigeria has to do this kind of thing. We have seen what they are doing in Malaysia, and we want to thank Zikrullah, Sheikh Zikrullah, for bringing innovation and invention to Hajj, where contributory Hajj is being brought on board, and will make sure that our pilgrims will really incentivize and then take opportunity to go there, not necessarily being supported or sponsored by government. That is not to say I will discourage them, I will discourage you that we will not be giving official sponsorship for Hajj. We will continue to do that. We are looking for ways and means for people to fish, not to be given fish, so that they can sponsor themselves and get maximum reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We thank you most sincerely for coming. May Allah in His own infinite mercy continue to bless and guide us. With this, out of respect, I will take over the role of the MC to have the honor and privilege to invite His Eminence the Sultan of Sokoto, the Sarki Muslimi of Nigeria, a role model and a father, to come and commission this facility after making his address to the benefit, to the glory of God, and to the benefit of humanity, Nigeria and Bauchi State. Thank you very much. Your Eminence.
Your Excellency, while His Eminence is coming, Your Excellency, the presentation of the cow by Mutari CDI is going to be made before His Eminence make his address. So may I once more invite His Excellency to come for the presentation. Akwai Mutari CDI, a shigo da Sanyam na, ku shigo da Sanyam. Ku shigo da Sanyam. May I invite His Excellency once more? His Excellency will also come so that at least we will have a beautiful picture of His Eminence, His Excellency and His Royal Highness together while presenting the cow. Thank you very much. Allah Saka. So we now go back and allow His Eminence to make his address and launch the Hajj Camp. We go back and take our seats. Mai koma domin mu zauna yayin da Amirul Mu'minin ko ranar da jawabi ke kaddamar da also come so that at least we will have a beautiful picture of His Eminence, His Excellency and His Royal Highness together while presenting the cow. Thank you very much.
Allah Saka. So we now go back and allow His Eminence to make his address and launch the Hajj Camp. We go back and take our seats. Mai koma domin mu zauna yayin da Amirul Mu'minin da ranar da jawabi sai kaddamar da ku kawo sanya. So that after which then we make his address and launch the Hajj Camp. Why is the Galadima of Sokoto? Let him come and collect the cow on behalf of His Eminence. So His Eminence will not touch the cow. It is given by one of our most respected youth who has always respected our good leaders. Okay. Out of humility, bring the Hajj Camp.
So we now go back. Mike.
Wannan shiri a kai tsaye na rediyo da talabijin. Kuma yawanci mutane ba za su gane abin da ake faɗa ba. Kuma ba na son 'yan jarida da ke rubutawa su je su rubuta abin da ban faɗa ba. Lokacin ƙoƙarin fassara Hausa ta zuwa Turanci. Kuma alhamdulahi na yi Barewa College Zaria, kuma waye Turanci a Barewa College. Duk wanda bai je Barewa ba, to ya je wata makaranta ne. Your Excellency the Governor and your amiable wife, the wife of the Governor, and I was told surrounding Bauchi, and I was told you are the leader of the orphans. Even the Governor is part of your orphanage. So keep up the good work, our dear sister. When I first got the letter from the Governor signed personally to invite me to commission this project, I didn't know he was going to name this project after me. He didn't tell me. And I just thought it's one of those project commissioning ceremonies to mark his 2 years in office. And firstly, it was fixed for 3rd June. And when I found I had other programs that clashed with that date, and also wanting to honor the Governor's personal invitation and to be back home, because Bauchi is my home, I requested the Governor to push it forward, and he pushed it forward to this day. This is the day Almighty Allah has picked for us to commission this project. And I want to thank the Governor for inviting us. I want to thank him for putting our name on this project, because that will remind us the heavy load Almighty Allah placed on our shoulders to serve Him through serving Islam and humanity. And we'll do that to the end, till the end of our lives, the best of our ability. And I'd like to thank the Sarkiyak in Dawla Osmania, the Emir of Bauchi, and our dear brothers for total loyalty and support given to us while we try to discharge this onerous responsibility placed on our shoulders. I noted the very good working relationship between the Governor, the Executive, and the House of Assembly. That's what we expect of any decent community where we know that we are supposed to serve humanity and God by serving everybody God placed under your leadership. So I'd like to commend the Executive and the Legislature for this very good work on it, because I had the Governor and Secretary of State government. That's a model. that people need to copy. And I'm very pleased that this ancient historic Bauchi is also towing the same line. We are very pleased to hear that. So I'd like to thank the governor for this invitation and for agreeing to change the date for us to be here personally. And I know the governor very well, especially when he was the Minister of FCT, in his efforts to serve Almighty through Islam and through Christianity too. I had a comment here by one of the past speakers, how the governor is working very hard to satisfy all religions. And I can attest to that because I know the projects he initiated in Abuja for Muslims and Christians on equal basis, not giving one religion more than the other. I think it's a model that people need to learn if we want to live peacefully. So I'm a witness to that, and I would like to commend the governor for coming this far rather, to produce this magnificent edifice that is second to none in this part of the world. Well planned, well executed, to utilize it and to maintain it. And the good thing is when you come to speak, when so many people have spoken, you find that you have nothing more to say. Because whatever you need to say have been said by previous speakers. But one of the things I took note of to say about the maintenance of this edifice have been said by the Chairman Hajj Commission, who is well represented here, by one of our own, and it was said by the governor himself. I think that's the way to go. If a government builds an edifice for the people, we should bring everybody to put a hand in maintaining and working and utilizing that edifice, because it's for the people, it's not for the governor. Governor will come and go, people will remain. Like we used to say in the military, which is the best profession in the world, the military. Soldiers come, soldiers go, barracks will remain. Governors will come and governors will go. The people, Bauchi State will still remain. So I'm very glad to hear the proposals, the plans, both the government and the Hajj Commission have. And I want to assure you, we'll put our hands together, see how we can work hand in hand in a very strong manner to make these plans a reality. I would like to thank the governor for finding it fit to build this edifice. And like I've heard, it's not just for Muslim pilgrimage, it's for Christian pilgrimage too, because both two major religions undertake such trips to holy lands, and anybody can use this facility, and that's how it's supposed to be, because we are one big family. Maybe we will have different mothers, but the father is one. I would like to thank the religious community, the Christian community in Bauchi, the Archbishop in particular, for the wonderful words he so expressed. Maybe because he had never been to our interreligious council meeting in Abuja, that's why we never met and shook hands. But if you want me to shake hands with you again and again, anytime we have meeting, I'll make sure we invite you so that you come down to Abuja or any particular place to be part and parcel of us, to know more of what we are doing to foster interreligious harmony in the country. And we are doing a lot, alhamdulillah. We are not yet there, but we have gone far in this arduous, long journey in understanding one another as Christians and Muslims in this country. But to understand one another is more important than to tolerate one another. So if you understand me, I understand you, then definitely we can work together and freely. If I tolerate you, it's because I can't do anything to you, that you can't do anything to me, and we'll just sit down suspiciously looking at one another. What are you thinking about me? What am I thinking about you? So understanding is a better way of knowing one another. I think in Bauchi here, by what I've heard today, there's a lot of understanding between the two major religions, and I pray this will continue. Do not allow Satan to come in between you and start forth, and let the masses know, yes, we have a role to play. We have a stake in this country, and nobody can force us to do what they want us to do without our support. And that's why when my dear brother Sheikh Jingir said, yes, your vote is your power. You can change any government. All you need to do is to go and register and vote on the voting day. Don't allow anybody to steal your vote. And it's time for you to reorganize, strategize, and have excellent leadership in this great country. Because we know leadership is a trust from Almighty Allah placed upon His servants. And definitely He is going to ask us about this leadership He placed on us in this world when we do meet Him. And I think it's important for us to discharge our leadership responsibilities to the best of our ability and leave the rest to Him. But a leader is the spiritual and temporal leader of the citizens Allah placed on his shoulders. So I don't see any amount of money spent by any leader, either a governor or local government or a president, to strengthen my religious spirituality, my Islamic belief, the Christian belief there. I don't see anything wrong in the amount of money spent. It's spent very well because you are fostering the religious and temporal life of the citizen who voted you to work for him, not for him to work for you. And there are so many of these books our Khalifa leaders wrote, and I think people need to try and read more of what the triumvirate wrote on leadership. That both Usman Danfodio, his brother Abdullah, and Sultan Muhammad Bello. And I think it's important for us to always look at these books, because we have not done anything and we will not do anything without making reference to the educational level of our forefathers that have written so many books on leadership, on medicine, on even astronomy, on so many issues. So I would like to thank all of you for turning up here, and we are very pleased and thankful to Almighty Allah for making it possible for us to come here. But in the process of coming here, we undertook a lot of journeys, a lot of consultations, and I think we are the happier for it. So spend any amount of money in the cause of Almighty Allah. It's not too much, because if you make it possible for me to go to Hajj in a very, very easy way, and I pray for you there, only Almighty Allah knows what to do to accept the prayer or not. But definitely we believe He will listen to the prayer of the oppressed. So for you leaders, don't allow the prayer of the oppressed be set upon you, because it's very, very strong. I would like to thank Sheikh Jingir for the short khutbah he gave us today. It's enough for you to go back, look into what he said, and do the right thing. But let's work for Islam, let's work for Almighty Allah, and leave the rest to Him. For these few remarks, I'd like to thank the Emir of Bauchi, Bauchi, one of our very, very able flag bearers, for being there always for us, always ready to work with us. And whatever we do, we've always done with consultations to all of them, not only himself. So I'd like to request the governor, deputy, and other dignitaries to walk down to the tape cutting place so that we cut the tape and then maybe come down and continue with the rest of the ceremony.
use it throughout their life.
ranka da sa ya jama'a sa adalla
This flag is in commemoration for the commissioner of Saad of Hajj Camp, Bauchi, performed by my humble self this day, Monday, 7 June 1. Alhamdulillah.